Hello everyone, my name is Noelle and welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't uploaded in over a week. Had a bit of a crazy situation going on in my personal life, but we're back. And with that being said, we also hit 4,000 subscribers. I say this a lot, but I seriously can't thank you guys enough for that. Support on this channel has been insane and I'm so grateful for it. Getting back on the upload grind though, I got some good videos coming, so don't worry. This is the first video I'm doing on a cryptid, so if y'all like it, please let me know. I'm very interested in cryptids and the mysteries surrounding them, so hopefully all of you are too. So with that out of the way, let's dive into this mystery, shall we? The story of Loyon is a pretty well-known one, but a lot of people are still unsure as to whether there is any truth to it. For those who have never heard of Loyon, I'll give some background for you. Loyon, also known as the Ghost of Moles, was supposedly a humanoid that walked the trails of the forest near Moles, Switzerland. Sporting a dark boiler suit, cloak, and gas mask, he would wander the forest, picking flowers and just kinda doing his own thing, albeit kind of strange. The first sightings of Loyon date back to the late 90s and early 2000s, where locals had supposedly seen them in the forest. A local woman who had seen them mentioned that they were picking flowers while going on their walks, and a woman named Marianne Desclos had this to say. "It was a rainy Sunday. He had a cap, a dark cloak, and his gas mask. What could possibly be going through his head? I don't know, but it was unforgettable and unpleasant. I hope I don't run into him ever again." The first photo of Loyon was also taken around this time by an amateur photographer who tracked him down during one of his daily walks. In the midst of all this attention being drawn to him, Loyon eventually stopped appearing and the sightings stopped. An article that was posted by Le Matin, a Swiss-French newspaper, says that he had left his outfit and a supposed suicide note in the forest where he usually walked. The note reads, "The risk of a hunt for the beast became too great." Along with that note, he left a letter addressed to Le Matin, titled "The Death Certificate and Will of the Ghost of Moles." The letter calls out Le Matin, saying they murdered a harmless being by revealing their existence, and that they went on walks as a part of their happiness therapy. It was after this event that Loyon stopped being sighted and presumably committed suicide. But just how much of that story is actually true? All of this sounds pretty convincing. I have reason to believe some of this story isn't entirely true. We know that Le Matin published a picture of the Ghost of Moles, and statements from residents in the area that they have seen him picking flowers and such. This is the part that I believe is true. The residents could definitely just be contributing to the myth, but I honestly find that hard to believe. All the sightings are very consistent with what we know about him, and they all report on being peaceful, even if they thought it was weird. I'm confident that this part at least has some ounce of validity to it, but when it comes to the suicide note and the letter, I'm not too sold on that. If he left his entire outfit along with that note and letter, why wouldn't they publish a picture of it? That would be proof of it actually happening and dispel any doubt, wouldn't it? So why not? It doesn't really help that this letter and note aren't mentioned anywhere else other than Le Matin, besides the cryptid wikis, of course. It's difficult to find any proof of this event actually happening anywhere except this article, which leads me to believe it either isn't entirely true or just flat out fake. It's mentioned in other articles that retell the story, but no new information that could possibly validate these claims. However, whether or not the note was real or fake, one thing is still certain. As soon as the world was made aware of Loyon's existence, he disappeared without a trace. We might not ever know who he really was or if he is alive or not, but it definitely shows that people can be truly horrible around those who mean no harm. It's crazy how a guy who didn't do anything except walk around in a cloak and pick flowers got completely shut out from his community for just being a little bit strange. Just like Loyon, the Fresno Nightcrawlers were believed to be a humanoid cryptid that resides in Fresno, California. The creatures have only been sighted a handful of times, but unlike most cryptids, there's actually video evidence of these things. The Nightcrawlers are described as a white creature with no arms and extremely long legs. There was an old rumor that believes Native Americans in the area already knew about the Nightcrawlers and said they've been around for a long time now, but that's been debunked as of this year. Of course, videos of cryptids can be easily faked, but there's one video in particular that makes it hard to believe that these videos are entirely false. The case involving a Fresno man named Jose who had supposedly caught them on camera with CCTV footage. This sighting is puzzling because no one has been able to debunk it or recreate it convincingly. Of course, there have been other sightings of the Nightcrawlers that were hoaxes, but this is one of them that hasn't been able to be explained yet. The footage was brought onto the sci-fi show Fact or Faked, where they try everything they can to recreate or debunk the video. They set up their cameras where Jose's security camera was, had a robot with a cloth over it walk across the driveway just like the original, and it didn't look anything like it. They tried to use a person too, which also didn't work. and on their final attempt, they had one of the crew members go out and walk the puppet himself, which again, did not work. Towards the end of the episode, they went out into the woods and looked for the creatures themselves, which led to them actually spotting two creatures that did look similar to the Nightcrawlers, but they never caught up to them. Take that for what you will, but it's definitely worth mentioning. There has been some skepticism about the investigation done on Fact or Faked, as the equipment they used was significantly better than Jose's, which would make it a lot harder to recreate the same effect that was in the CCTV video, and that certainly is a valid point to make. However, I still think that even with the higher quality, it should be possible to recreate the sighting if Jose was able to fake it. That coupled with the two creatures they saw in the forest and their malfunctioning equipment, it's important to note that the creatures on their camera were never confirmed to be Nightcrawlers, but it's possible they were because of their shape and that there were two of them. I believe that while almost all of the videos showing these Nightcrawlers are fake, Jose's video is extremely convincing to me. I can't say for certain whether they're real or not, but I'm leaning towards the not real side, just because of the lack of information and amount of fake sightings. Fake or not, I still am extremely interested in these little guys. They seem pretty harmless and silly. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, because I know I had fun making it. Remember, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description, so make sure you do that. As always, thank all of you for the support on the channel. It's been insane. Have a good rest of your day, and as always, see you later.